I'm going to demonstrate a two-sample t-test using Excel. Imagine that you're comparing the test scores of two different groups of students from two different classrooms. One classroom uses traditional methods. I'm going to call this our control group, and the other uses a new innovative approach. I'm going to call this our test group. This would be really great for doing like an intervention to one classroom, and you wanted to see if you could apply this to the larger population or pick up this intervention and use it with another group of students. It wouldn't be enough to say that our means are different or that the test group just has a higher average than the control group. But if we could say that there's a statistically significant difference, then that means that we can apply this to another group. And we have a little bit more weight to say that the intervention, or in this case, the innovative approach, works better than no intervention, or in this case, the traditional method for learning. We're going to test this at a zero point 0.05 significant level and looking at the average test scores of the two classrooms. I have 30 pieces of data for each group, and we are going to do a t-test. Under the Data tab for Excel, you may have this data analysis tool right here. If you do not have that, then you can go to File and down to Options, and then Add-ins. And down here at Manage Excel Add-ins, hit Go. And then check the box for the Analysis Toolpack. Uncheck it so you can see that. That's going to go away. So this is what you may have started with. Then again, File, Options, Add-ins, Manage, and check the box for this Analysis Toolpack. Okay. Before I do that, I'm also going to write my null and alternative hypothesis. The null is that our means are equal. In other words, the innovative approach is no different as far as results than the traditional method. That's the status quo, that those would be equal. And then we are hoping that our mean of our test group is higher. So mean 2 is higher than mean 1. I would use um, the Greek mu for the mean. These are population means that we would test. Okay, now click on that data analysis tool. And you want to go to the two sample t-test. We're going to assume equal variances. And then you're just going to highlight your variable 1, that data, and then click on this box and highlight your variable 2 data. Okay. You're going to put in that your hypothesized mean difference is 0 because you are assuming that there's no differences and you're wanting to prove that there is a difference. Your alpha is right here. The default is 0.05, and that is what we're using. And then I like my output to just be in a new worksheet. So I use this default, the new worksheet, and then hit OK. And it's going to create a new sheet and give you the output of the t-test results. I just double click on my column so that I can read all of that. And here you can see the mean of your two variables, the variance of your two variables, and this is close enough to say that they're equal. There's a test for that in this group passed. The number of observations, and then the other things that are important here are your t-statistic. You remember that's similar to a z-score. So we're 5.64 standard deviations away from the variable 2 is 5.64 standard deviations away from variable 1. And then this is your p-value. Now, this is giving it to you in scientific notation with that label of the exponent to the -7. This means 2.63 times 10 to the -7. So this would actually be we would take that decimal place and move it 7 places to the left to make it smaller. And so it would be it would have 6 zeros and then be 263. So that is our p-value. So of course that's very small. It's going to be smaller than our significance level. I'm looking at the one-tail because our test was a one-tailed test. And we used a less than symbol, or if you use a greater than symbol, those are one-tailed. If we used a not equal to, we would read this, but this does not apply to our test because ours was a one-tail. And so now we have enough evidence to conclude our test, and we have statistically significant evidence to say that our test group scored higher on average than our control group. We can reject the null in favor of the alternative hypothesis. So that's it.